In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto.
What's up, DCA fam? It's your boy BlockchainCrusader here, back again. Got some massive NFT news. We don't usually cover that here, but we are today. So get ready for that, guys. We're also going to be speaking about Cardano. Big news coming out for Cardano. And once again, we're going to be talking, of course, Bitcoin, right? Willy Woo came out speaking about Bitcoin, so we're going to be covering that as well, guys. So for everyone in the chat right now, smash that like button, drop a chat, right? Share the live with a friend. We greatly appreciated. So let's start off here with a market overwatch real quick before we jump into the big situation that we want to cover here. Give me a second here, guys. Boom. Here we go. So today the markets are a little bit red, right? We got 3% down on Bitcoin. Whoa. Just fell. Hold on. Give me a second here, guys. All right, cool. We're back. So Bitcoin down, Ethereum down, 3-4%, right? 8% for Solana, 5% for Terra Luna. Everything else is below 5%, guys. Not a massive correction, nothing to be worried about here, or should we? Right? Let's jump into the charts real quick and see what we're seeing for Bitcoin in the charts. So here in the charts, this is what we got, guys. On the 1 hour, we got a blood diamond, right? We got a blood diamond, massive red candle. We dropped from 3,700 all the way down to 36.7, and we had a mini little bounce up, right? The RSI is fighting, right, for that, trying to bounce off that oversold territory. So that is what is helping us here with these little green candles. Kind of saw the same thing back here, right? After we saw this other blood diamond a few hours ago, we had massive drop, and then we had these few green candles thinking that, okay, we might be coming back, but we're not, right? Another red blood diamond, and boom, we're coming back down. So guys, we are seeing an expansion. Let me hide this real quick. That's a market cipher. We are starting to see a little expansion here. We are below the heart line on this expansion of the Bollinger Bands, so could obviously be leading us to lower territories. But we don't know, right? We had an expansion over here as well. Look at this contraction. Then we had massive dump, and then we had a little bit of an expansion, nothing great. And we slowly grinded back up, went into another contraction, and now we're in a bit of an expansion phase right now. Volume is not looking terrible, but it's almost as much as the selling volume. So maybe we can have some type of recovery from here. But we were rejected from that 39K, 38K, trying to break 40. We really couldn't, and if we can't break that, then we could foresee a bigger drop down into the low 30s. So like I said, RSI over here on the 1 hour trying to bounce off the oversold territory. MACD bearish right now, right? We're still in the red. We went from light pink to dark red to light pink to dark red again. Now we're back in the light pink. So has not had a very bullish sentiment in the MACD anytime soon. So let's check the 4 hour real quick. 4 hour, same kind of thing, right? A little bit more delayed. We're starting to see maybe an expansion here. We are dropped below the heart line once again, and we are, MACD, RSI, I'm sorry, is headed down. The MACD is also still bearish, and we're just dropping right now, guys. We're dropping right now. Let's check over here the daily, how the daily is doing. If you can see the daily, this has been pretty much our trend, right? We've had a little bit of move. We kind of got rejected. Boom, we dropped, right? We dropped into the 40s. Then from there, we dropped in the 40. We dropped to the boom. We got rejected at 43. We dropped into the 30s. And then here we are again trying to make another little climb back up. And then it seems like we're getting rejected again at this 38, 39. So we could foresee another massive, not massive, I don't want to say massive, but a few $1,000s drop again into that 30K range. I don't think we're going to head much lower than the 30K. I think 30K is a very strong point of support. We saw that back in the summer of 2021. Massive support there. So I don't see us dropping below 30. The MACD on the daily is still bullish, right? Obviously, these are lagging indicators. We're starting to turn from dark green to light green, and probably going to start heading towards the red line pretty soon here on the daily if we continue this bearish sentiment. RSI is also nosediving right back down right into this oversold territory. So we will have to keep an eye on that and see if we are going to be headed to the low 30s, guys. To the low 30s could be a possibility, definitely. So, guys, everybody's here, right? Massive NFT news. What's going on, DCA fam? I see you guys in the chat. Blow up the chat for me, guys. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Share the live. Smash that like button. So right now, guys, the NFT market has been blowing up, right? So if anybody out here is bullish on some NFTs, whether they're on Cardano, they're on Ethereum, Polygon, whatever, drop it in the chat, guys. Drop a 1 if you're bullish on the NFTs. And if you're buying up any NFTs right now, drop the name of the collection that you're getting into. We are going to be covering some NFT collections here, and we are going to be covering some NFT news. So get ready for this, guys. In the meantime, drop that 1. I want to see who is buying NFTs and what NFTs are buying. If you're not buying any NFTs, drop a 2, right? Drop a 2. Say, hey, I'm not buying any NFTs right now, but maybe I will be interested at some point in the future. So here we go, guys. First article we're going to be covering here. Give me a second so I can pull it up. Bam, slam, damn. OpenSea hits record 5 billion in monthly sales as Ethereum NFT market swells, right? So even though the crypto markets have not been doing that great, the NFT market is still, picking up some speed, right? $5 billion doesn't seem like a lot, right? At first, you're like, $5 billion. Why are we excited about $5 billion? Guys, you need to remember, $5 billion, put that as a market cap for NFTs, puts the NFT market in the top 30 crypto projects, right? Project number 30 in the in coin market cap is like 4 billion something. So 5 billion is literally in the top 30 projects. So it's a solid amount of money, and it's a solid amount for a sector that just came out of nowhere in the past year and a half or so. So let's get into it, right? In brief, OpenSea had a record-breaking January with more than 5 billion in trading volume between Ethereum and Polygon. So that's just in 1 month, guys, that $5 billion worth of trading volume, which is massive for, at the end of the day, JPEGs, right? I understand there's a lot of NFT projects out there with a lot more utility. I've got a few, but the sector is still very, very fresh, very, very new. Everyone's out there looking for the next Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? Azuki is a new one that's come out. It's also been blowing up. World of Women and NBA Top Shot, they all were skyrocketing. So leading NFT marketplace OpenSea generated more than 5 billion total trading volume in January, and Polygon sales breaking previous record of August 2021. So the fact that we're breaking the August 2021, we saw the massive hype that happened back in August of 2021 leading into the fall. Could we be leading right now into another massive hype cycle for NFTs? Could be very possible if we're breaking the all-time high of the previous record in August, and we know that we had a massive amount of NFT craze right after that. So public blockchain data collected by Dune Analytics shows that OpenSea had more than 4.95 billion in Ethereum trading volume in January, plus over 79 million in Polygon, a side chain, yada, yada, yada. So once again, I'm not going to keep going into this, right? They keep talking about August 2021 and how it's breaking that record. So that being said, huge news. Do you guys think right now that we could be heading into another NFT hype cycle? If you do, drop a 1 in the chat right now, guys. If you don't think we're going into another hype cycle of NFTs and you think NFTs are dying, drop a 2 right now, guys. Let's look at some of these comments before we continue on to the next piece of news here for NFTs. Matt Roman says, I really dislike NFTs, can't afford the known blue chips, and don't have time to sit on Discord and Telegram all day, bonding with communities. Love crypto and learning daily. NFTs, thumb down. Yeah, man, I completely understand, right? I completely understand. Following up on NFT communities and really understanding NFTs, I find it difficult. I find it very difficult to do a lot of research into NFTs because at the end of the day, there's a big gamble there, right? It's an illiquid supply. It's an illiquid asset, right? So you can buy an NFT, but there's no guarantee that you're ever going to sell that NFT. It's not like a crypto project. When you buy a crypto project, right? If you want to liquefy your position at any moment, you possibly can, right? There's a lot more liquidity in the market. NFTs are not so liquid, but if you do the right amount of research and if you have a little bit of luck, you can end up with the next Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? So you've seen the floor price on that. It's massive. People have become massive millionaires overnight by buying some of these NFTs, right? And there's actually there's actually one NFT project that I dropped in the Debate Crypto Academy today. I'm not gonna say it on here. It is on the Cardano blockchain, by the way. So there's massive hype behind this project right now. I'm looking into it. I'm possibly going to get into it. It might have some kind of scenario, right, with the serums and the mutations, just like the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So I'm very interested in this project. So if you're not part of the Debate Crypto Academy just yet, guys, I would highly recommend Debate Crypto Academy. Is where we have our private community and we're teaching everyone about crypto, NFTs, right? Just how to get around in this market, how to understand it, and just really build a fundamental education, right? And we are giving 1 year of Market Cipher to anyone that is in our community. Where one lucky winner in our community is going to get 1 year access to Market Cipher, which is about $1,000 right now, guys. About $1,000. So that being said, let's continue on, guys. Let's continue on here to the next article with NFT news. Bam, right? We've got, give me a second here. Well, make that bigger. Yep, there we go. We've got digital artist PAK, right? If you guys don't know who the PAK is, who the artist PAK is, his last NFT collection, I think, was in December, and it sold for like $91.8 million. So and it's called The Merge. So look that up, guys. Actually, give me a second here. I will be able to actually share. I would actually be able to share with you guys this article about it. Yes, here it is, right? PAK's NFT artwork, The Merge, sells for $91.8 million. Digital artist's newest collection, The Merge, has fetched $91.8 million on Nifty's gateway, with 28,900 collectors snapping up 312,000 units of mass, otherwise known as non-fungible token, yada, yada, yada. You guys can look up The Merge, see what it is. Just showing you December 7th, 2021, The Merge sold for $91.8 million. So this guy is not just any random NFT artist. He is pretty well known at this point. So let's get back to this other article with Julian Assange, right? Julian Assange. If you don't know who Julian Assange is, you should, right? If you're about freedom and about censorship resistance, you should definitely know who Julian Assange is, the guy from WikiLeaks. So he is collaborating with PAK to launch an Ethereum NFT collection, guys. So the celebrated digital artist PAK announced yesterday a collaboration with Julian Assange. The new connection called Censored is set to launch February 7th, guys. We are on the 2nd today. The 7th is Monday. So keep that on your calendar, guys. February 7th. So on the heels of his highly successful Merge NFT drop on Gemini-backed NFT marketplace NFT Gateway, the celebrated artist PAK announced yesterday collaboration with WikiLeaks to launch a line of NFTs that will support the Wu Holland Foundation. Not too familiar with that foundation, but whatever. Founded in 2003 and named as the co-founder of Europe's largest association of hackers, the Germany-based Wu Holland Foundation has raised millions in donations for Assange. Assange is in jail. They captured him for what he was doing, and they're trying to fight for his freedom. They support freedom of communication through their Moral Courage project, Julian Assange's Defense. Gabriel Shipton, film producer and brother of Julian Assange, tells Decrypt. Julian Assange and whatever collection, yada, yada, yada. So there it is, guys. Not going to be going back and forth on that. Look it up. NFTs gateway, right? They're going to be on Ethereum. So look it up. Censored, the NFT collection of Julian Assange. And if you guys know who Julian Assange is, drop a 1 in the chat right now, guys, if you are bullish about this NFT drop coming up. So up next, right? we got some big news here. This is, I think, would be the biggest piece of news outside of the NFT collection drops that we just covered. So give me a second to pull it up here. Where'd it go? Come on now. Give me a second here, guys. Bear with me as I pull up this last article that I cannot find in my 100 million tabs that I have open. So where'd it go? Sorry about that, guys. I'm just going to have to, share my screen here. So, boom. Here it is. Latest version of OX to allow NFT swaps on Ethereum, Avalanche, Phantom, and others, guys. So this is going to be the OX protocol's latest launch will include a new feature that lets developers build an NFT marketplace on all these different blockchains. So this is great because we kept having a problem, right? We always do have a problem in the crypto space of zero interoperability. We don't have these blockchains working with each other. We have all these blockchains with NFT marketplaces completely isolated, and you're going to have a different wallet for every blockchain, right? And have your NFTs spread out in a bunch of different ways. It's a little bit of a headache. It is a little bit of a headache, but this protocol, OX protocol, is trying to fix this problem. So one of crypto's first liquidity aggregators is entering the NFT space. OX protocol's version 4 release will soon let any project using the protocol's smart contracts to offer swaps between non-fungible tokens, NFTs, like traditional token swaps. NFT swaps lets enthusiasts trade one digital collectible for another. So not only are they creating an NFT marketplace with multiple blockchains, but they're also creating a way for you to swap your NFTs. So we can trade NFTs safely, right? Which is another feature that doesn't really exist. OX is currently available to users on Ethereum, Avalanche, Phantom, Optimism, Polygon, and Binance Smart Chain. The new swap offering will be launched on Ethereum, and then the community of ZRX, the token holders, as the native token of OX, will vote on which chain should be launched after that. Prior to today's announcement, OX's primary focus has been to supply developers with tools they need to spin up decentralized exchanges, and now they are moving into the NFT space, which is massive, right? It's showing you that there is more and more development in the NFT space to continue growing the NFT space, and people are more and more bullish on NFTs. So let me check out the chat here real quick. Says Stefan L says one Cardano Crocs Club NFT. I haven't checked that NFT project just yet. Still prefer to buy an authentical Picasso than a Bored Ape. Really, dude? I mean, they're worth a lot, and they give you some exclusive access to some certain events, certain places, right? People can flex a Bored Ape a lot easier than they can flex a Picasso. And at the end of the day, a Bored Ape is a lot harder to destroy than a Picasso, right? Somebody breaks into your house and cuts your Picasso or stains it with some, Italian salsa. Your Picasso is, damaged. It's not going to be valued the same. So there is some benefits to holding NFTs, especially blue chip NFTs that have greatly grown, like CryptoPunks and the Bored Ape Yacht Club projects. There's always going to be more and more of these projects showing up that will be eventually become a blue chip NFT, guys. So now that we've spoken about NFTs, right, I got some extra news for you guys for Cardano. All right, for Cardano. So let me share that with you guys. Cardano, massive news for Cardano, right? Everybody's been super bearish on Cardano lately. Cardano millionaire whales have increased their holdings by 40% in January, right? 40%, guys. So on-chain analytics firm Into the Block notes that Cardano millionaire addresses are actively accumulating despite the flat price action seen in ADA recently. ADA is engaging in sideways trading after dipping below to the lows of 92 cents January 22nd at the time of publication. ADA was changing hands at 106. So ADA whale accumulation, the balance held by addresses with 1 million to 10 million ADA has increased by a whopping 40.65% in just the first month of 2022. That is massive accumulation of ADA right there, guys. They are bullish on ADA for a reason. We're also seeing that we got, there was a tweet that came out yesterday, I believe, showing that I think over 100 smart contracts have just released on ADA in one day. So we are seeing more and more development into ADA's blockchain. We're seeing the metaverse. They're having Pavia, right? And they have, I think it's ADA Realms as well as another metaverse. So these addresses now collectively hold 24.87% of the circulating supply. That's a decent amount of supply that they're holding right there, guys. ADA seems to be seeing an accumulation from different tiers of whales. U.Today reported that Cardano addresses with 10 to 1 million, yada, 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 has increased by a staggering 15,000%, with a balance between 10,000 and 1 million. So these are different whales, right? These are lower whales. 10,000 ADA to 1 million ADA have increased by a staggering 15,000% since mid-December 2021. This category of investors more than doubled their holdings by accumulating 53.6 million in tokens in late January, guys. Late January. So we're also, like I was saying, we're also hearing about them coming out with like 100 different smart contracts. The development on Cardano is coming, and I believe it's getting here. So there is tons of, bullish news for Cardano coming out. Oh, this light is dropping again. Holy smokes. What a disaster, guys. You would think I live in California and I'm having earthquakes or something. So let's move on to some of my better news, Bitcoin, right? So let's cover that real quick. We've got, where is it? Here it is, guys. Here it is. So all of the world's Bitcoin can only pay 2.43% of the 30 trillion US national debt, guys. The national debt has continued to grow. We keep talking about this subject, right? National debt, inflation, interest rate hikes, all these things. Are we going to go to deflation? Are they going to stop the money printing? Guys, the national US debt has done nothing but continuously grow for the last 20 years. They're going to keep growing and growing and growing because they cannot stop the money printer. They can't. They can slow the money printing down, but they can't stop the money printing. All they're doing is they're paying debt with future debt, right? They print more money. They constantly, every year, you see Congress raising the debt ceiling. And right here, we're talking about, it's looking grim, right? It says right here, the latest grim milestone for the U.S. economy means that the national debt total is now 4,000% larger than the Bitcoin market cap. The United States debt has passed 30 trillion, and even all the Bitcoin in the world can hardly touch it. According to the latest official statistics, U.S. national debt is at levels never seen before. Yet people still think that we're going to be able to stop. We're going to be able to fix this problem. Bitcoin is worth less than 3% of the U.S. national debt. After 2 years of liquidity injections fueled by issuing even more debt, the Federal Reserve is attempting to rein in what has become a practically incomprehensibly large debt burden. Surprise, surprise. 30 trillion is a number so vast that it makes even the entire cryptocurrency market look like a drop in the ocean. Exactly. The crypto market at its peak was basically 3 trillion. This is 10 times that, right? At its peak, we're down to like 1 point something trillion, or even less than that by now. Looking at Bitcoin specifically, the market capitalization is 731 billion. It's at 2 point whatever. Such as even the U.S. were to purchase all the Bitcoin in circulation, it would still only pay off a tiny fraction of its debt. So let's keep going down here. Bitcoin fixes this, right? Who's saying that? As the debt spirals grow, the purchasing power of the dollar will continue to be sacrificed for political interest and Wall Street bailouts. On-chain analyst Dylan Leclerc summarized. Bitcoin fixes this. Exactly. Bitcoin is the democratization of money, guys. Bitcoin will fix and can fix this problem that we have, that we just continuously print and print and print and print more money for our own benefit, for our convenience, right? And when I say our own benefit, I don't mean our benefit, I mean their benefit, right? It's never going to be our benefit. So guys, if you think the US national economy is in trouble, drop a 1 in the chat right now, guys. Drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. Can we fix this $30 trillion debt problem, right? Drop a 1 if you think we can fix it. Drop a 2, I mean. Drop a 2 if you think we can fix it. Drop a 1 if you think we're in trouble, guys. So, up next, we've got Willy Woo, guys. Willy the Woo out here talking about peak fear, but on-chain metrics says it's not a bear market, right? So a lot of people are thinking we're entering a bear market. We're going to keep dropping to 15, probably even a 10K Bitcoin. Willy Woo doesn't think so. So this is what he says. No doubt about it, people are really scared, which is typically an opportunity to buy, Willy Woo said. Willy Woo, a Bitcoin analyst and co-founder of software firm Hypersheet, believes that on-chain metrics show that Bitcoin is not in a bear market despite observing peak fear levels. Speaking on What Bitcoin Did podcast, okay, hosted by Peter McCormack, I'm sure I butchered that, on Sunday, Woo cited key metrics such as strong number of long-term holders, wallets holding for 5 months or longer, and growing rates of accumulation suggest that market has not flipped to switch to bear territory. So, quote, structurally on-chain, it's not a bear market setup. Even though I would say we're at peak fear, no doubt about it, people are really scared, which is typically a buying opportunity. I guess Bitcoin is in demand lately, Willy Woo tweeted. In the short term, Woo noted that you don't often get this kind of pullback without it relief bouncing, and that a potential capitulation down to 20K doesn't appear feasible. This is what I've been saying, guys. I don't think we're going to see a 20K Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a trend of never retesting or revisiting its previous cycle all-time highs. And the previous cycle all-time high is like 19.8 or something like that, basically $20,000. So I do not foresee us dropping there. As it would replicate 2018 crash into a bear market in the space of just 3 months as opposed to a year. The price of, so you guys caught that, right? If we drop to 20K, we literally would be doing what took a whole year worth in 2018 in 3 months this time. The price of Bitcoin has declined around 44% since all-time high of 69,000 in November, and the analyst cited institutional futures trading has a key reason behind this steady decline and flat performance over the past 3 months. I've also said this multiple times on the stream on here on Debate Crypto that institutional futures are keeping the price down, right? It's a way with these derivatives and these futures trading to suppress the Bitcoin price so that they can keep accumulating on spot, guys. Wu suggested that the increased influx of mainstream traders and rollout of Bitcoin futures market over the past few years, sweet baby Jesus, this freaking line I'm about to, in the past few years has significantly changed the market structure of Bitcoin, in which the price directly correlates to risk on, risk off from macro traders looking at traditional stocks. So yes, the futures, all these derivatives has definitely caused a tighter correlation between the stock market traders and the Bitcoin traders. So that being said, guys, goes back to the fact that people are calling for a bear market makes no sense to me. I honestly think we're never going to have a crypto winter ever again. I think we're only going to be having small short-term periods of the decline. So like 40 days, 50 days, 70 days of decline periods, and then going into a bullish trend, then retracing back into a bearish trend. I do not believe we're going to be entering a extended bear market like we did back in 2018 all the way to 2020. I do not foresee that happening anymore. There's too much adoption. There's too much institutional play here. So I don't think that they can just suppress that completely and go into a long crypto winter. I just don't think so. So, guys, with that being said, let's check out what the chat's got to say. Patricio says, Hello, I'm driving, pulled off to ask if there's going to be a stream tonight. Yes, there will be a stream tonight. Tonight is What If Wednesday. So everybody stay tuned for that, 9 p.m. Eastern time today. Yes, sir, there will be. Also, guys, if you haven't heard just yet, this Saturday, Crypto Face, parabolic signals, sorry, is coming on to debate crypto Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, to debate bull versus bear, right? Are we in a bull market? Are we in a bear market? So if you liked last week's XRP debate, now we're bringing Crypto Face and parabolic signals on here to debate the bear versus the bull case for the entire crypto market for this year. So stay tuned for that, guys. That's going to be this Saturday. This Saturday is the 5th, Saturday the 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Stay tuned. The live will be set up real soon. You guys can set up the reminder and get notified when we go live Saturday night. It's going to be fire, guys. So if no one's told you this before, I freaking love you. And